YouTube videos, especially the live streams. Yeah, looking a little rough today. And it's like really hot here in sunny California. It's over 100 degrees, it has to be, probably at least 105. It supposedly was 108 degrees yesterday, so I'm gonna try a way to sit this up so that I don't have to hold it all the time. And yeah, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about was angel communication. And a lot of people seem to be liking those videos, so I decided to do more of them. Let me see if I can scoot this forward like that, and then maybe you can see. Oops, maybe you can see me better. Make it sit back so it doesn't look like I'm like right on the screen. But anyway, yeah, I wanted to talk to you guys about specific angel numbers that I've been keeping track of, and ones that I've been seeing very often. On my last video that I did live about angel numbers, I talked about specific numbers that are in my angel notebook, which is falling apart. Yeah. And I've been writing down, hi, one person. I've been writing down those angel numbers because in the situation that I'm in right now, I've been calling upon the angelic realm. And I've actually visited the angelic realm a few weeks ago because I thank you for one thumbs up, because I need to heal. And definitely they're all about healing. And that's what they're there for. So what I wanted to do is talk about some angel numbers that you might be familiar with that you've experienced. And if you're very unfamiliar with what those numbers mean, I'm here to help you out. And this is not the end all and be all of the knowledge that you should gain from angel numbers. Search out for yourself as well, and not just rely on me as for the prime information on angelic communication. So I want to start off with the angel number 1212. And if you guys are familiar with that number, please leave it in in the comments below. Let me know what your experiences with this number. So what I found out about this number, and I got this information from the website called Secret of Tarot. So if you want to check out Secret of Tarot, go right ahead. So what they're saying about angel number 1212 is it carries a message from your guardian angels that your thoughts are like seeds that you are planting in the soil of universal source. And it is more important than ever to keep your thoughts focused on harmony and positive outcomes. Or the seeds that sprout may not be what you were looking for. So 1212 is telling you to share your love and positive energies with your family, and you will attract favorable domestic conditions. When number 1212 appears in your experience, think about all of the ways that you can enhance your home, and you will attract everything you need to realize your dreams. So I like this. I see 1212 a lot too. I don't know who else does. If you add up all the numbers, 1212, you got 1 and 2 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 2 is 6. 6 is a really good number as well, and I'll get into talking about the number 6 on other videos. But, yeah, 1212 is showing up in my life a lot, and especially recently. And this reassures me that my guardian angels are listening to me when I pray to them. The point that they're making about thoughts are like seeds, and that you are planting in the soil of universal source. So when you have thanks for the 4 thumbs up. When you have a lot of negative thoughts in your head, which I've experienced, for a lot of my life, which I'm sure a lot of you have, but you have a lot of negativity in your mind about things to come. It holds you back, and it puts up roadblocks. Becomes challenging to stay positive every single day or every single moment of the day. But realize how you're feeling. And the way you can realize how you're feeling is through these angelic numbers that come to you, that are given to you. Let me get some drink. It is really hot out here. In another live video, I talked about how angels reached out to me in other ways other than just through numbers. So you might want to check out that live stream that I did not too long ago. because angels can come to you in all sorts of ways. Angels can come to you and present you a flower, a certain flower that you knew your mom really liked. For me personally, I felt like my mom's around me a lot because what happened was I was kicking it at the river the other day, and I saw a hummingbird. It was just random. A hummingbird just came about. There was no flowers or anything for the hummingbird to feed upon, but I had a feeling that that was my mom coming to me, sending the hummingbird to make me realize that she's there watching out for me. She loved hummingbirds, and I saw a photo of her embroidering a hummingbird on a sweatshirt. So, yeah. Drink here. So I'm going to read to you another number, another angel number, and you guys can let me know if you're seeing this a lot. Um, because at this point in time, a lot of people are calling on their ancestors, the angelic realm, their spirit guides. They're really feeling the need to step things up and evolve and not be dragged down by something that is just totally distracting and not a part of your spiritual path. So I'm going to read to you about the number 1234, and I think that's something a lot of people see, more common than all the other numbers, 1234. So it doesn't matter if you see it on a clock, a watch, or on a building, on a license plate. It's relevant, and it's the angels trying to reach out, or your ancestors. Sometimes ascended masters are trying to reach out to you through the numbers as well. So, so the angel number 1234, is a reminder from our guardian angels of the steps necessary we seek to manifest our desires in the world of form. We may have doubts about our ability to manifest desired outcomes in the material world, and this doubt is likely to lead to the subversion of our abilities and talents. The 1234 angel number reminds us of the consecutive steps that are necessary in the process of attracting desired outcomes. The failure to complete any of them will lead to mixed results in our manifestation process. So yeah, basically what 1234 is saying that you got the positive thoughts, you gotta put those thoughts into action, and you have to be doing it without any doubts, because as soon as you get doubts about whether or not you can achieve what it is you're trying to achieve, it's another roadblock. The roadblock is your mind, pretty much, basically. And people can blame somebody for stunting their growth as a being on this planet. But when it all comes down to it, we have to power up and stop listening to people that know nothing about us, and we have to just take those steps, necessary steps to get to where we want to be, to what our destiny is, whatever that might be for your spiritual path specifically. So that's what I'm thinking with 1234 has to offer. This information also got from the Secret Tarot website as well, online. So yeah, it's saying. So the guardian angels are communicating with you on the 1234, telling you you need to take the steps necessary when we seek to manifest our desires in the world of form. So if you don't take the necessary steps to get to where you want to be, then it won't happen. So only you know what those steps are, really, and it helps to write things down so that you can understand your situation, where you're at in your life, in this incarnation right now, so that you know which step to go next on your spiritual path. So you're not living a life of constant strife and struggle. And I know all about that. So it's a challenge to stay in that positive, optimistic mood every second of the day. It's possible to do that, but it takes practice. And the way you can do that more and more is if you're easy on yourself and don't chastise yourself for not being aware all the time in this present time of what's going on with you. It's hard to do because we have so many distractions. We had the cell phone. As long as you use the cell phone for good and not bad, then it's okay. Form of technology. If you use it for good, but a lot of people are using it for reasons that have to do with boredom, have to do with all kinds of things that can distract you from your life's purpose. And it's easy to get onto Instagram or whatever and just scroll and scroll and scroll, um, and not get to the productive things you need to do for your life's path here on Earth. I don't think there's anything wrong with looking at pictures and stuff on Instagram that are inspirational. I look at a lot of kitten and cat videos on Instagram and photos. I look at things that inspire me. I've been really looking at a lot of people with autism spectrum disorder, listening to what they have to say. A lot of them, well, all of them that I listen to are diagnosed. So listening to people that are inspirational, people that are really, those are the type of people that I want to surround myself with, and I suggest you surround yourself with people like that yourself, because if you are saying you want to, achieve your goals for this incarnation on this life, in this lifetime, then it's important for you to find like-minded individuals that will accept you for how you are and will encourage you to keep going forth and give you pats on the back, to help encourage you, keep you motivated to do what you know that we're born to do on this planet. We're all spiritual beings, and each of us, well, not all of us, a lot of us, thanks for the 5 thumbs up, a lot of us are spiritual beings, and we have a purpose here, and the purpose wasn't always to, like, bow down and toe down to somebody else and dim down our light, because that's going on a lot, and that's why a lot of people are calling upon their archangels, the guardian angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, to help them to break out of this mind control, to break out of this constant doubting of everything that comes to your mind. You have a good idea, and then you doubt it, and then you tell somebody else about it, and they doubt it too. And so it reinforces it. Instead of telling everybody what you plan to do, just do it. And I'm taking my own advice, really, because I'm guilty of that. So I'm going to talk about another number here, and it's the number 123. So angel number 123 represents the necessary steps that must be taken to manifest your higher potential. Taking a step forward, one, with faith and talent, leads to expansion and creative fulfillment. These steps could manifest in your life as a new business partnership or creative collaboration, which leads to personal fulfillment, satisfaction, and the realization of your creative potential. Trust in your talent and take a step forward, and it will lead to expansion and the realization of your creative gifts. When our guardian angels communicate with you in this way, it is important to contemplate the deeper meaning of their message and use that information to align yourself with divine source. So that is totally true. I feel like I see the number 123 a lot. I've been seeing a lot of the combinations of numbers considered to be angel numbers. And when I get a chance to, I write it down in this book. When I get a chance to, because life's been a bit hectic for me, as you guys know from the past videos. So let's just take it. It's similar to the number 1, 2, 3, 4, if you notice. When 1, 2, 3, 4 is telling you got to take the necessary steps, to manifest your desires in the world of form. This is kind of the same, but a little bit more elaborate of what they're saying, talking about 1, having faith, and 2, if you have faith in your talent, then it can lead to expansion and creative fulfillment. There's a lot of creative souls out there, and they're ashamed to show that creativity and share it with the world, because as a kid they were told that creativity is not a good thing. Like, if you were an artist as a child and you say, I want to be an artist when I grow up, a lot of parents will say, well, that's not a realistic job choice. That's not a realistic career because there's a lot of artists that are starving and they can't, survive. There's a lot of them, yes, that are starving and having a hard time surviving, but there's a lot of artists out there that are thriving and that are working as an artist as their main career full time. And that's something that a lot of people don't want to admit or even think about or contemplate the fact that you can actually do something that you really enjoy, that you're good at, and not have to necessarily go and join the 9 to 5 world if you don't want to. But we're told that we need to. Yeah. Hi, Darkmoon Doll. I see 123 all the time. And 222, yeah. I see 222 a lot too. I wrote it down here. Yeah, I've been copying down all these numbers as fast as I can. I kind of took a break in copying the numbers down because of all the drama that I was experiencing. But I'll definitely get to 222. It's nice when you guys mention the numbers, and I can just do like a short video too, talking about specific numbers that you are curious about. Yeah, 123 is definitely a really good number to see. Know that your guardian angels are there with you. This is a little extra than 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, because 1, 2, 3 discusses the manifestation of business partnerships, creative collaborations, which lead to fulfillment, satisfaction, and the realization of your creative potential. Now, the realization of your creative potential, what does that mean? A lot of people, as they're growing up, they didn't know what their creative potential was because they were told that they have to do a certain job or a certain career or train to do this or that because what they wanted to do was not realistic and that it won't make enough money to support them. So the whole creative potential comes about when you shut out that voice of these people that are naysayers when you say, I want to be an artist and I want to be a full-time artist. And that's what I'm passionate about, so I want to do something that I enjoy. There will be a lot of people that may not agree with you and say you should not do that because you're just going to end up struggling. Or if you wanted to be a writer and people will just totally mock that idea and say, yeah, right, everybody wants to be a writer. So that's the thing, that's the challenge with reaching your creative potential. Is being able to block out all these negative voices of people that have no idea what they're talking about when it comes to you. If somebody really wants to help you unlock and unleash your creative potential, they would encourage what it is that you're passionate about instead of telling you, things that gives you constant doubt in your mind whether or not this is a ridiculous idea or what. When in actuality it isn't. But here on this planet, a lot of people feel forced to listen to what somebody else says before they make choices for their life, for their spiritual path. And I did that a lot. I mean, I lost a lot of opportunities as a young adult, as a teenager, as a child, because I listened to the older people that I thought knew everything. And they were the ones that I needed to listen to in order to have a good life. And that's not true, okay? Not everybody wants you to have a good life. Some people are out to sabotage you, and you have to become discerning about who is trying to sabotage your spiritual path. The one way I find it's easy to do that. Somebody's smoking a cigarette. Anyway, ugh. The way I find it easy to do that is to write in your journal as much as you can. And then you read back in your journal and you get to know yourself better outside of these people that think they know you. There's a lot of mind control and manipulation going on with us when we're younger and when we get older a lot of times too, because a lot of people want to fit in and they don't want to stand out from the crowd. If you are suppressing your creative abilities and you're unhappy, does it matter really if you stand out from the crowd? It doesn't. Because then you'll be happy that you're expressing yourself with, quality in that quantity, you know what I mean? And expressing yourself through your passion and your heart and your desires for what you want on this planet. So, if somebody doesn't respect the fact that you want to do that with your life, your spiritual path, then they can just not hang around you. It's very important that we mind who it is that hangs out with us or we hang out with. Because if our ideas don't match, then we end up with somebody who's sabotaging you. That energy, the sabotaging energy, keeps you stuck. And a lot of times you could be in a fog of it all, like I was for 23 years with my marriage that disintegrated. I just was like, whoa, I need to tap into who I am and stay true and strong to that and stay on my spiritual path. So, but yeah, this is a really powerful number, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm gonna read up about another number. And I don't have much about it. This is angel number 1010. So angel number 1010, you obtain your goals by listening to your inner voice and feelings, and you will be guided by the angels. Pretty much saying what I already said, is that you gotta listen to your inner voice. Only you know what it is you're supposed to be doing on this planet. Nobody else knows but you. Because before you came to this planet, you had an outline of what you were going to achieve and what your spiritual path was going to be about when you got here. I got a lot of this information through metaphysical books. I've been seeing 777. We need to do what makes us happy. Yeah, totally. I agree. I'll cover 777 in another video, so if I have a pen. I can play this back and write down the numbers you guys mentioned. But yeah, 777, that's obviously a good number, 7, just in general. You add all the 7s up, that's 21. Like, yeah, 7 times 3 is 21, yeah. So add 2 and 1, you got 3. And 3 is the trifecta. 3 is the Trinity, you know, Mother, Maid, and Crone, and the male equivalent to that. 3 is being able to shift in between both the mating, the mother, and the crone. You might have a combination of that. If you're female, if you're male, then you have the male equivalent of the Trinity, where I was told this a long time ago. Very very wise woman, and she told me, you know, you're the Trinity. You got the maiden and the mother and the crone. So sometimes you may look like a maiden, sometimes you look like a mother, and sometimes you look like a crone. So if you're male, then sometimes you look like a young man, sometimes you look like a father, and sometimes you look like a wise old man. So that's something that happens to some people on this earth, because it's just a part of us when we were growing up, when we came out of the womb. We had these characteristics about us. We had these energies attached to us. We have so much energy left over from lifetime after lifetime. And if we do it right, each time we attempt to come onto another lifetime and advance and learn more than we did in the previous lifetime. So, yeah, listening to your inner voice is very important. It's very, very important. This message is held for review. I don't need to review messages. Whatever. Say your message. But yeah, that's what I feel about the number 1010. Definitely listen to your inner voice. Listen to your intuition. Please give your honest opinion about what? My honest opinion about what, Michael Jackson? That's what your name is on here. My honest opinion about what? Tell me the honest opinion you want me to give about what? That's what I'm doing. I'm giving you my honest opinion. And this is what I feel like. That's why I'm saying it this way. Because I'm doing it based on experience, based on communicating with the angels, based on seeing the angelic numbers every day, all day long, and at night as well. Because the reason why I see them a lot, even more so, is because I communicate with the angels. They give me clues all the time. All kinds of clues, not just with numbers. So pay attention. And the way you can help you to pay attention if you forget. I mean, if it you just totally like, oh, that's right, I can call upon the angels. Write down in your journal and write down what's going on with you and all the problems that you're experiencing. And suppose it to the angels. Pick one angel or just say guardian angels. You can even ask them if they would show up in your dream time. And if you ask it over and over again, they will. So pay attention when you're dreaming, because those angelic energies, those angelic beings will come to you if you ask them to. You can even ask them to come to you and just the waking world appear to you if you want them to. So they're all about not invading your free will, but they will intervene if there's a really real emergency and you're not supposed to die or something like that. So that's divine intervention, and they come about in that manner. So, all right, I'm gonna go on to another number. See how long we can go on this, because my phone's at like 70%. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. As I said, I will copy down the numbers that you guys mentioned in today's show, and then I'll do a video just about those numbers, because there's so many numbers that we see every day, and we're puzzled by it, because if we see them recurring, we know there's something to it. So all that matters, that's where it comes in. Listen to your inner voice and feelings, and you will be guided by the angels. So if you listen to your own inner voice, not somebody else's voice of what they're telling you to do, then you can't go wrong. And it's challenging for people on this earth, including me, to remember that. And so that's why I say it's really important to have some sort of journal to write down all these experiences you're having on this earth in this incarnation. That way, you really get to knowing what your creative, what was that? What was their saying for 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, it's 1, 2, 3. You get to know your creative potential. You'll get to know what you really are all about, based on you, based on tapping into your own intuition and not listening to somebody who thinks they know better than you about what you should be doing on your spiritual path. There's been a lot of people on my spiritual path will give me unsolicited advice all the time. I don't get mad at it. I would get mad at it sometimes, in the past, but it's to the point where people can do what they want to do. It's all in what you do with what they do towards you. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't like people giving out unsolicited advice to you, sometimes that's unavoidable, because that's sometimes the only way people feel like they can help. Instead of waiting for you to ask for help, you may not need to have their instruction and their wisdom, because maybe it's for somebody else and not for you. So what I've been doing is just, smiling and saying thank you for the helpful advice, and leave it at that, because there's people out here on this earth who are trying to help in whatever manner they can, and everybody is communicating in a different way. Everybody's communicating through a different soul and through a different energy, and not everybody can agree on everything. So it behooves you to be the bigger person and just say thank you for the advice, and move on, and take what you can from what they give you, and then leave the rest. That's the best advice that I have for situations like that, because there are a lot of people that will just give you lots of advice without you even asking for it, whether it's based on that you're young and they think that you need to be told how to get back onto your track on your spiritual path. And they're just, a lot of them are meaning well, a lot of them are just out to sabotage you. And that's where the art of discernment comes in. Listening and tapping into your inner voice, like the 1010 number says. Realizing when somebody is trying to control you and when somebody is trying to help you. Because there's a big difference, we know that. So I'm going to move on to the next number 444. So Angel number 444 is a blessing, something lucky to never take for granted. Seeing this number often in our lives should be considered a welcome sign, a sign of a strong foundation, a connection to your inner self, and that perhaps someone else is watching over you. Seeing angel number 444 is a sign from that place beyond our knowledge, a sign from those loved ones we know beyond the veil, or spirit guides telling us they're all right and you will be too. So it is a sign of great strength and reinforcement, a sign we are not alone no matter what we're going through. And that's true. We're not alone no matter what we're going through. I don't know what that sound is. Sounds like, we're not alone no matter what we think. No matter how rough the situation is for us, whatever we're going through in our lifetime, we're not alone. We're never alone. And it doesn't mean like there's people around, human beings around us to support us. A lot of times finding support from the spiritual realm is preferable to the human person that doesn't have as much experience with helping us to realize our potential on this planet, our creative potential. Because a lot of humans haven't realized their creative potential. They may think that they have, but a lot of them haven't. And the way you can tell somebody has realized their creative potential is by how they have explored what they're passionate about and just kept going with it, regardless of what anybody has to say. And that's exploring, that's really diving into your creative potential. So, let's see. I'll read a little bit more about what's in the number 444, what I get from it. You're saying it's a blessing that you should never take for granted. And so basically, there is a big difference between help and control, and most of the time the controller can't help themselves. We have guides for a reason. Exactly. Sometimes the controller can't help themselves because it's a habit. They get into a habit of, oh, this person is down on their luck. I need to feed them all this information and knowledge that I know so I can help this person. But you have to realize that not everybody wants to be helped by you, and you have to respect that, because as an example, I was at the river a few days ago, and there was a woman, homeless woman, and she had a bike and it was stuffed with a lot of things in the basket, and she had a huge mattress trying to balance it on the bike, right? I offered her some help because she was going up a steep hill. So I offered her some help to put it up there, and she just looked at me like, no, I don't need help. She didn't say anything, she was like that. So I didn't force my help on her, but I watched her struggle up the hill, the sandy hill. She made it up there, but she looked back at me every now and then. But she didn't need my help, so I didn't give it to her. I didn't force my help on her. Although I wanted to help her because it was a very hot day. It was over 100 degrees, and I felt like she could use some assistance. So that's what you got to know, when to back away. And that's another thing about tapping into your intuition. Knowing when to help and knowing when not to help. Knowing when advice is given is good and applies to your spiritual path, and knowing when it doesn't. And knowing when not to get mad at somebody because they give you unsolicited advice. And just say, thank you for that advice. I'll take some of what you have to say and implement it into my spiritual path. It doesn't have to be a big confrontation, where you get mad. I get tired of you trying to tell me what to do when I don't ask you. That goes back into the realm of only hanging out with people that your energy meshes with. Because a lot of people are hanging out with people that aren't good for them. It can be based on their sign. It can be sometimes based on age, but not all the time. And a lot of people aren't compatible to be friends or lovers or girlfriend, boyfriend, or husband, wife. Not a lot of people are compatible in that way. So that's what it's about, creative realization of what you are. as a being on this planet. What is your purpose here? And these numbers help you tap into the angels, the angelic realm, to help guide you and keep you going. I've really helped. Well, I really feel like I've been helped a lot through the angelic realm, because I felt like this was, like, I know this is an emergency situation I've been going through. And I tapped into that energy and asked for their assistance. And they came. If you don't ask, then nobody's going to come. Nothing's going to come. So, yep. All right, I'm going to move on to angel number 505. So, angel number 505 is the message you get when you are about to break free from the situations or people that are no longer serve your higher purposes. Now it's time to make real progress towards what you want. This is also a sign to take action and make the necessary changes in your life. You have to create space for what you want to manifest in the future. Let's break that down. Have some water. Somebody's seen something else. You seen 505? Cool. Yep. I've been seeing all kinds of angel numbers, not just the popular ones like 1111, all that, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So I had no idea how many angel numbers existed. So let's get on to 505. So it's saying that the message is you get that you are about to break free. So that can mean anything for anybody. I'll just use myself as an example. I was pushed and catapulted by the angelic realm to break free of a toxic relationship for marriage for 23 years with somebody who my therapist said seems like he has narcissistic personality disorder. Or somebody who is incapable of true empathy. So I broke free of that. I was pushed out of that situation. So that was my breaking free. That was my breaking free experience. And I felt like my mom and the angels were bringing forth this song called Breaking Away by Al Jarreau. And I played it on loop for one day, and I was really feeling it and understanding. And the angels can come to you, like I said, with all kinds of signs, numbers. They can come to you with songs. They can come to you with animals of some sort. So be aware, and the way you can be more aware of these things in the angelic presence is by getting out in nature, if you can. It's kind of hard with me with how hot it is, but I wanted to do this video outside in nature. But get out in nature and really observe the animals around. Like I just looked over here and I can see a bird of some sort here. Dragonflies are all over the place now. Now the summer is in full effect. So that's what I recommend, is to get out in nature and really tap into nature. Bring your camera phone, whatever, and take photos of animals. True. A bird distracted me from a pet thought. Exactly. Because if you get yourself out of yourself, because we can get so much into our mind and not look at what's around us, what beauty is around us, when we have a lot of stressful and downright scary and traumatic things happening to us. I'm just going to tell you something. Earlier when I was out here, I was doing a live video for my other channel. And I was out here and a bee started crawling on me. And I wasn't scared. I'm not afraid of bees. So the thing about bees, if you start getting all scared and batting it away, it'll come by and it'll sting you because it thinks you're attacking it. But if you don't, you just be still. And the bee was like crawling up my arm, around onto my neck. I've been seeing butterflies. Yeah, butterflies are a good thing. Butterflies, I feel like, are a symbol of freedom as well. I love butterflies. And that bee was crawling all over my arm. It was almost like, because I'm really sweaty because it's hot out here. It was like he was trying to get some sort of moisture because there's no flowers around here for him to get nectar out of. So it crawled all on me. It crawled on my neck. It was all tickly on my neck, acting like it was my pet. Then it landed right here on my hair. He probably likes the yellow or blonde, what do you want to call color in my hair. And so it hung out on my head for a bit, buzzing, crawling around. And then it crawled down into my chest right here where there's a lot of sweat. And it was just kicking it there. And I'm like, whoa. Because it was really sweaty. And I think it was getting the moisture. Because they're that desperate for nectar. So, but yeah. Animals, if you pay attention to animals, insects, nature, just in general, it makes you feel more calm and relaxed, and it makes you more conducive to tapping into your creativity and realizing that you're more than what you think you are. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what else 505 is saying. And I think this will be my last number because I need to charge my phone and it's getting hot. So let me see. So you're breaking free from the situations or people that are no longer serve your higher purpose, which I just talked about. Now it's time to make real progress towards what you want. Yeah, now that you have all the people that are distracting you out of your way, now you can truly focus on what your life's purpose is. Now you can truly focus on what your passion is. Now you can truly focus on what you were meant to do on this planet. Because a lot of times people will get in relationships with people that aren't compatible with them. And you have this idea of what you want and what you want to achieve for your lifetime on this planet. And your partner may not have the same goals. Oh, thank you. Journey Easley. Yeah, your partner may not have the same goals. Cool. What does it say? Give over. What does that mean? So anyways, I don't know what that means, but I ain't giving nothing. But hey, yeah, as I was saying, distractions. It's very, very important to discern who you're getting attached to. You know what I mean? Like as far as marriage, wife, husband, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, even friends. Oh, thank you. I might do some hair videos soon. Yeah, so people seem to like the hair videos that I do. I might do like different hairstyle type of videos, live stream it probably. So if you guys have dreadlocks, catch me on a freeform dreadlock tutorial video. I'll do a live one because live ones are fun. I can record much more on this phone by doing a live stream. So yeah, that's basically what I have to say about these numbers. What else did I want to mention about 505? This is also a sign to take action and make the necessary changes in your life. Yeah, once you got the people that are distracting you and putting up roadblocks in your way on your spiritual path, then you can really focus and really get back to what you need to do on the spiritual path. No matter what it is, your passion for writing, your passion for art, your passion for music, whatever it is, your passion, cooking, whatever. When you have somebody that's distracting you and putting up constant obstacles in your way, there's no way you can keep going on your spiritual path because some people want to veer you off your path and onto their path. And their path might not be anything that's good for you. So discernment is very important on this planet. Because if you don't, then you just get guided around by somebody who has no idea what you're all about. And they're going to control you and tell you what you should do on your life's path. And that's what mind control is all about. You could be with somebody for over 20 years and you get glimpses of, today is my birthday today. Happy birthday! So, you must be a Cancer, right? Is that your sun sign, Cancer? So I believe that's when, 60 years old, what? Congratulations, happy birthday. Yeah, thank you for joining me on your birthday. I appreciate that. Yeah, birthdays are a really important thing, I think, because it's the day you were born and it's special. And you came onto this planet to bless the world with your gifts, whatever they may be. So, brightest blessings to you. What is your name on here? Rebecca Towns? Brightest blessings to you, Rebecca Towns. And I hope you're enjoying your birthday thoroughly, because it's something to celebrate. All your trials and tribulations, all your achievements, all the times that you got back up when people thought you wouldn't. Birthdays are awesome. My husband surprised me with ring on my finger. Aw, congratulations, you getting married? That's good. That's a wonderful thing to find somebody that you're compatible with and that cares about you. So, yeah, brightest blessings to you. That's sweet. You can't stop crying. Yeah, that's good. It is, I'm sure it's a blessing when you find somebody that you find is truly loves you for who you are. Ooh, red lobster. That sounds good. I love seafood, lobster, shrimp. Yeah, you're gonna be grubbing on your birthday. It's good to celebrate it nice, and it's good to celebrate it with somebody who truly loves you. And blessings and happy birthday. I appreciate you watching me while right before you get ready to go out to dinner for your birthday. That's awesome and special. It's a special occasion. And I always tell people that birthdays are special. They are, no matter how old you are. No matter what you do on your birthday, it's very special. And when somebody can spend it with you and celebrate the miracle of you being born. Celebrate the miracle of you coming down to this earth and blessing the people that you meet with your energy, with your healing presence. It's a blessing for you guys to be born. So I hope you have a great time, because I would if I was going to Red Lobster. I haven't had lobster in ages. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, it's saying also with 505, you have to create space for what you want to manifest in the future. So it's basically the same thing, getting rid of those who are taking energy away from you instead of working as a team. That's really important. Make sure that you are aware. My husband surprised my daughter and son today. How do you do that? What do you surprise them? What do you surprise them with? In what way? Did they surprise them? Did they not know your birthday? I remember my son, he would make me birthday lunches and birthday dinners. The last time he made me a birthday dinner, he made me some vegan tacos. It was delicious. Served with the Reed's ginger brew, which is non-alcoholic. It was really nice. Yeah. Treat your children well, and your children will treat you well, that's for sure. They'll have respect for you as much as they can, So, it's a really wonderful thing. So, yeah, it is a wonderful thing. So, all I think I want to say to wrap this up is this. Be discerning of who it is you're hanging out with. If the person you're hanging out with isn't filled with love and compassion, my husband, that's true. Kids remember how you treat them. They do. They really do. They got a long memory. A lot of kids have a long memory, especially when it's an abusive childhood. They have a long memory. So it's important to treat our children on this planet with respect as much as we can, and teach them that certain behaviors aren't the way to continue on their spiritual path. Just because they're children doesn't mean they don't have a spiritual path as well. Um, Engaging them in activities based on their interests is really important, instead of just giving them what you think they should learn. I mean, that's just like an obvious thing. For a lot of people, it's not, because they think that they're raising a mini-me versions. Who was that said that? Zen Guy 89. Yeah. Good point, Zen Guy 89. I like that name, because I like Zen. I like being Zen. And it's a practice, really. When I got out of the military, I started studying Buddhism. The first Buddhism book I had was called A Path with Heart. And it was very helpful, because it helped me to settle down and relax. And yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Zen Guy 89. Yeah, it's really helpful to be able to rest and relax when you're really stressed out beyond belief. And that's why I say take a break when you're feeling tired. You know, just take a break and relax. I mean, go outside in nature and really absorb the plant life, the birds, the trees, the insects, like the bees and everything. Just really observe them because lately I've been taking a lot of photos of nature because as a lot of you guys know, I'm an artist and I've been wanting to get back into doing landscape painting. I see the number 22 all the time. Yeah, I'm gonna care. I'm gonna do video about these numbers that you guys are mentioning. So thanks for putting them all down because, as I said, I'm gonna replay this live stream and then record the numbers that you guys have been giving me, and that way I could do another live stream talking specifically about those numbers. Because, as I said, I really enjoy the live streams because I'm able to record a lot more than I am with just my phone photo and video. So, yeah, I really appreciate it. Yeah, number two, duality. Then you get two twos, that's four. If you want to go if you want to go at it on a numerology kind of tip, so two twos adds up to four. Four for me represents the elements. It represents earth, air, fire, and water, and ether. So maybe what this is coming to you saying that find a way of incorporating all of the four elements into your life. A lot of times the way I can do that is by going out into nature and absorbing the energy of these plants. You know, communing with the plants, getting your earth, getting the earth, getting the fire, getting the air, and getting the water. You know, in any way you can. You know, you can even if you can't go to like an ocean or bathe in a natural forming occurring water body of water where you're at, get into your tub. You know, get into your bathtub, connect with the water, really feel the water, let the water communicate with you. You know, just tune into the water and how it feels on your body. Um, Also, drinking a lot of water. The fire element is the sun, pretty much what I feel like, and also actual fire. Being on the sun is a good thing, but some people aren't used to being on the sun. So what I suggest is to take your time, tiptoe into the sun gazing and sunbathing. Begin your journey with sunbathing and sun gazing when the sun rises. Start practicing that. Go do that for a week or a month, depending on how sensitive you are to the sun. Go out into the sun and when it's rising and just absorb that energy. That's also a way of getting our eyes used to looking at the sun. So, and at night, you could sun gaze and sunbathe with the sun setting when you're just starting out on your, I think, a heliotherapy journey, which I read about a lot about it through the Egyptians, how they like to use the sun to heal. So I may even come to you with some videos like that, talking about how different cultures healed themselves by the sun. So then you got your air. I mean, air could be anything. You can use a fan, the wind. You know what I mean? All of these elements are necessary, you know, to incorporate into our lives. A lot of us have so many different, within our astrological chart, a lot of us have so many different signs in itself. Like, for instance, I'm a Leo sun sign and a Taurus moon sign, and I've got Pisces in the mix, which is a water sign. So I've got fire, I've got water, and I've got earth. So if you find out what you're composed of too, as far as your astrological chart, then that really helps you to understand what you're all about and why you are passionate about the things that you are passionate about. Definitely. Because what I read about the sign of Leo, the sun sign, is that they're very expressive and they're very generous with their time, their money if they have extra to spend. They're just generous, outgoing people. And and like to give and help people. Yeah. But if the person isn't reciprocal to the help, then that's when they back away. Comes back into the point of not forcing yourself or your help on people. You're there if someone wants your help, and you can ask them if they want. Would you like some assistance? And if they don't, then you have to back away, because not everybody is supposed to be helped by you. That's why there's so many people on this planet, to help people go through whatever it is they're going through with specific needs and specific conditions that they're facing on this planet. So definitely, you tap into all those energies, all those different elements that exist in nature by being in nature, by letting a bee crawl all over you because it's thirsty and not moving around and batting away. As I said, when you do that, then the bee's just going to sting you because he or she thinks you're attacking. So, but yeah, really being sensitive to the animal world does get you in touch with those elements. The other day, like 2 days ago, I went by the water and I was communicating and having fun talking to a duck, because the duck was really cute. I was feeding the duck, and the duck was adorable. It was one duck. And then we saw more ducks come because they just guessed that there would be more food because that one duck is there. And it takes you out of all the worry and stress that you're going through and gets you back in touch with nature and what's really important. What's really important is observing the nature around you and realizing that a lot of this nature is here to help us. Not all of this nature isn't here to feed us, because a lot of the plant life and the fruits and stuff like that are meant for birds to eat and other animals. But learning about the nature in your environment where you're located is very essential, because if you're having a hard day, a really hard day, and you're stressing out beyond belief about things you have no control over, if you get into nature, then you can get healed. As I've said before about nature, when you walk outside your door, there's a lot of green, and green is a good color therapy type of color. Green is the color associated with the heart chakra, the heart, and also associated with Archangel Raphael and Archangel Shamiel. Shamiel comes at you with pink light, the vibration. And I experienced Archangel Shamiel before I even knew who that was, as I talked about before. I'll tell you quickly about the experience. When I was living in this apartment complex, I was really depressed, really stressed out, really just worn out. And one night, I felt like I was having a stroke, because I felt like my left side go limp, my face was going down like that and everything. And I thought, and so I in my mind, I called out for help. Just like, anybody help me, I think I'm having a stroke. So I looked in the hallway of the apartment, and I saw a pink light coming through, bright pink light, very beautiful pink light. And I felt like it was coming through, and it was slowly like healing me and making me feel healed and relaxed and in the moment, instead of worrying about what's going to happen next. I was in the moment. And then I started tapping into my breathing. And then I started mellowing out. And then I was all right. And I didn't find out who that pink light was, the presence of it, until years later, when I started studying about all the different archangels that are out there to help us. So yeah. So I'm going to end this live stream with that. Thank you so much for you guys joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in to my videos and showing your love and support. And I like to share the knowledge that I gain from the things that I research and find about, and are curious about. So, and I enjoy hearing what you guys have to say, because we all have knowledge to provide and give to those who really want to hear it. So I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. And if you do want to donate, you can go to my PayPal, my Google Pay, or my Cash App. In exchange for your donation, I can create a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork for you, or I can create a video based on a topic of your choosing. So just a little update about what's going on with me, because people like to be updated. I have a more of a comprehensive. Thanks for the lovely visit. Yeah, thank you to you. I eat tofu. Um, you'll be able to see the whole live stream when it replays. And I miss seeing you. I know who you are. This is don't tell me, Iris White. I remembered your name. I liked you. I was on Facebook for a bit, but I stopped going on Facebook because there's a lot of haters on there. So I'm not into that, being hated upon. So I'll go where the love is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but yeah, my situation currently, I found myself without a home. So I'm currently homeless, but I'm staying with a friend for as long as I can on this couch until I can get all of my. How tall are you? Me? I'm only 5'3". I'm short. I just have really long legs and long arms and a short waist, but I'm really short. I'm 5'3". So yeah, but yeah. Oh, excuse me. I was just telling people an update too about what's going on. Um, yeah, I'm getting things together slowly but surely. I thank everybody for your donations, definitely, because it's been very much the shock getting kicked out by my husband and his girlfriend, who I suspect are both on methamphetamines and both are definitely alcoholics. I mean, if you look at my past videos, my live streams, if you look at my stuff on TikTok, if you look at the videos and photos I put up on Instagram, that'll get you catched up on what's going on. So I'm in the midst of trying to find a psychologist to get properly diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. So autism spectrum disorder is totally different than Asperger's. So I want to break it down in another video, and it'll probably be a live video because there's so much I want to say about it. And yeah, so I'm getting diagnosed, trying to work to get in a psychologist to get diagnosed with that. And then once I get a diagnosis, then I can qualify for disability. Because I talked to my therapist last week, and she asked me a series of questions. And she said, by the way you answer these questions, it appears that you have autism spectrum disorder. And the reason why she really knows, not just that she's a psychologist, is because her son has autism spectrum disorder. So she recommended that I search out a psychologist that can diagnose me. Once I get the diagnosis, then I can go and apply for disability for that disability, because it's considered a disability. So I'll talk more about that on another video, definitely. And thank you so much, everybody who joined me for this live stream. You could give me a heads up of what is a good time to do a live stream, because I've been popping on here at different times to see which time is best for people. And probably this is a good time for like a Saturday, because today's Saturday. So yeah, thank you all for joining me. Thank you. I'm really happy to see you, Iris. I missed seeing your posts on Facebook. It really cheered me up, especially when you would always post that one song, "Ain't Nothing Gonna Break My Stride." That would really, really, really inspire me to keep going. So, and all of you do inspire me to keep going, and I like to inspire you all to keep going, because we are here to make this world better with our presence, with our energy, with our talents, our God-given talents, our gifts. That's what we're here for, and that's what I stand for. And I know a lot of you that watch this channel and who've been watching this for ages stand for it as well. So, with that said, brightest blessings to you all. I'll see you soon. And also, if you want to donate, you can go to my PayPal, my Google Pay, or my Cash App. In exchange for your donation, I can create a one-of-a-kind piece of artwork for you, or I can create a video based on a topic of your choosing. I'm still waiting for my Cash App card to come through. So I've been fasting on water because I don't really have anything to eat. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to the Cash App card coming through soon. Then I can use it and then get the necessities that I need, and yeah, and go from there. So catch up with all those I've been going through if you want, through my past live streams, and also on Instagram, and also on my other channels that I have. So, with that said, brightest blessings to you all. I'll see you soon. Thank you for joining me today, and there will be definitely another live stream coming up. So